It started with something small, something stupid. I was brushing my teeth when I noticed the hand soap on the wrong side of the sink. It's always on the left. Always. I live alone. No one had been in my house in over a week, but the soap dispenser was on the right. I told myself it didn't matter. Maybe I moved it without thinking. Maybe I cleaned the sink and shifted things around. People misremember things all the time. That's what I told myself. But then it happened again. The next morning, the coffee mug I used was already in the sink. Still wet. I hadn't made coffee yet. The spoon was in it, resting in a bit of water like someone had just stirred creamer. I stood there for a full minute staring at it, listening. The house was dead quiet. No creaks, no hums, just that soft silence that feels like it's listening back. I live in a cabin at the edge of the woods. Closest neighbor is a 12-minute drive. That's how I like it. I write full-time, horror novels ironically, and I need the solitude. But now that solitude felt like a vacuum, like something had taken the silence and pressed its face against it from the other side. 3 days later, I saw myself. It was late, maybe 2 a.m. I had just gotten up to use the bathroom and stopped by the kitchen for water. The kitchen is open to the living room, and from the sink you can see down the hallway to the bedroom. The light was off, but there was movement, a shape, a figure. My figure. It was standing in the dark hallway, perfectly still, barely visible, like it was waiting for me to notice. I froze. My first thought was, someone broke in. My second thought was, that's impossible. The figure stepped forward, slowly, and as it did, a thin sliver of moonlight hit its face. It was me. Same messy hair, same shirt I wore yesterday, same slight scar on the cheekbone from a childhood bike crash. But the eyes were wrong. They didn't reflect the light like mine. They absorbed it. Too dark, too deep. I blinked, and it was gone. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in the kitchen with the lights on and a butcher knife in my lap. At sunrise, I walked the whole property, checked the locks, the windows, even the attic. Nothing. No signs of a break-in, nothing disturbed. But I could feel it, the shift, like something had stepped into the cracks of my world and filled them with quiet. That afternoon, I found my journal open on my desk, the one I keep locked. My handwriting was inside, a full page, but I didn't write it. It read, "I'm learning how to be you, watching how you sleep, how you move, how you pretend everything's fine." I tore the page out and burned it in the sink. That night, I set up a camera. Just one, motion activated, pointed at my bedroom door. I hit record, shut the light off, and tried to sleep. I woke up gasping around 3:20 a.m. My heart was pounding. I had that feeling again. Not like someone was watching me, but like someone was copying me from behind the wall. The next morning, I watched the footage. At exactly 3:13 a.m., the bedroom door opened. I didn't move, still sleeping, but something walked in. It stepped in slowly, dragging one foot slightly, like it was still learning how. It walked over to my side of the bed and just stood there, watching, for 7 full minutes. Then it did something that chilled me more than anything else. It leaned in close to my face and smiled, not wide, just enough to mimic me, my exact expression from an old photo. Then it whispered, "You look so tired." I didn't sleep again after that. Over the next few days, I started noticing inconsistencies. The way I left my shoes became reversed. Emails in my drafts I hadn't typed. My face in the mirror tilting just a half second behind the movement. I tested it, lifted my hand suddenly. The reflection lagged. I blinked. The mirror didn't. I stopped brushing my teeth in the mirror after that. I called my sister, told her I thought I was having a breakdown. She offered to come stay with me. I said no. I didn't want it to learn her too. The mimic, that's what I started calling it, was getting bolder. I'd see flashes of myself in the windows at night, walking outside the house in a slow, deliberate circle. Sometimes I'd hear my voice calling from the other room. Sometimes I'd answer, and it would go quiet. That was the worst, because it meant it had learned how to bait me. On the 10th day, I came home from a hike and found myself sitting at my desk, head down, typing. I froze in the doorway. My boots were muddy. My chest was heaving. The thing at my desk didn't acknowledge me, just kept typing. I said, "What are you?" It stopped, tilted its head, and said, "I'm just finishing your book." I backed out of the house and got in my truck. Drove 3 hours straight to a motel on the edge of the city. Slept in shifts. Tried to convince myself I was having a breakdown. That I needed meds, therapy, sleep. But when I checked my phone, I had messages from people. Emails, texts, from me. All of them said the same thing. "I'm fine. Just taking a break from writing. Don't worry about me." My number, my signature, my tone. I didn't go back for 2 weeks. When I did, the house was dark, empty, cold. I walked through room by room, lights on, flashlight ready, no one there, nothing out of place, until I found the mirror in the bathroom cracked, like something had slammed a fist into it. And carved into the wall beneath it, written in jagged strokes, was a single sentence: "You're not the only one who's tired of being you." That was last month. Now it only comes at night. I hear it walking up the stairs. I keep the lights on, keep a knife near the bed, but I know it's just a matter of time. Sometimes I hear my voice in the hallway. Sometimes I hear two, one laughing, one screaming. I don't know which one is me anymore.